Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Not too bad. Okay. Hello, everyone. And today we are reviewing My Big Fat Fabulous Life, Season 8, Episode 11. And the title is Weight Loss Surgery. Anything stood out for you during this episode?
To be honest, not too much. The reason why is because it's the same issues over and over. The only thing different is that she and Ryan made up, and then she was still waffling about moving back to Greensboro.
Mhm.
Um, and her friends are still being selfish and not thinking about her. So to me, same issues.
I could not agree with you more. But let's push through this. Okay, so the episode starts with Whitney back in Greensboro, and she's with Tal, and he's trying to push, the option for her to move back to Greensboro.
Hmm.
Of course, she tells him about the argument that she had with Ryan in the last episode. And I think that's going to run through this episode. I find that she regurgitates the same thing over and over again with each of her friends to
Hmm.
prolong her misery and
Right.
ours.
Couldn't agree with you more on that one.
Uh, but what do you think about Tal and him, pushing for this return to Greensboro?
I just don't particularly care for him. I mean, that's just always
Mm,
been my stance. It's always about like, well, we want you back, blah blah blah, and this and that. But you need to understand what she needs to do for herself, and he will like dog Ryan out for no reason at any turn.
mm,
And that's the biggest thing I don't like. Is like you have to respect him as a part of her business, but she doesn't make them, and that's the thing. If someone's um, tearing down or speaking ill of any part of your business, they're speaking badly upon your business, and she doesn't see that.
And they're speaking badly upon her because it's her. It's her business is a reflection of her.
Exactly.
hmm So then we see Ryan, um, and he's having. Wait, hold on. Wait, no, she actually defends Ryan, and I think she says that she recognizes that Ryan's feelings are hurt, and that Ryan feels that Tal hates him. This is what I don't like about Whitney. She runs between people and tells them what the other said,
That is true.
and it doesn't sit well with me what she does. But and she says she ends off her conversation with Tal saying, no matter where she winds up living, she just wants Buddy to be living with her. I don't think that's a good idea.
Mm-mm. They're codependent,
hmm
and that's the issue. Their codependency is the issue,
hmm
and that's why they can't you move on from each other.
Okay. Okay. Then we see Ryan having a video chat with Chase, and he's asking him, how's it going with the baby? Are you
Mm-hmm.
ready? We see the crib and the clothes and the diapers. Like her friends have really been supporting her in this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and he seems very excited, even though there's a medical issue. I think she has preeclampsia because they've moved up. She has to be induced, and she's having the baby in 2 weeks because of
Right.
the preeclampsia. Well, if he wasn't ready before, he better be ready now.
That's
Um,
my thought process.
mhm. Um, Ryan then tells him about the argument with Whitney. God. And he regrets how he handled the situation, but he feels like she dumped a lot of stuff on him with regards to this possible move back to Greensboro all at once. So that's why he behaved the way he did, but he does regret it, thank goodness. Um, then we visit Whitney we see Whitney visiting Jessica at the gym, and they're at the parking lot, and Jessica takes her through some weightlifting moves, I guess, just to
Hmm.
check out her form, give her a workout or whatever. And Whitney tells her about the argument with Ryan yet
Hmm.
again. And the ultimatum that he laid down regarding no BS active. And then she drops that she could easily replace Ryan with her.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I mean, as a business owner, I get it. You don't know what's happening. You don't know what's gonna happen, how he feels, blah blah blah. Because like she kind of felt like maybe he was trying to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she was just trying to see what her options were, and Jessica is a good option for her.
Mm-hmm.
But she did put the contingency on if he decides to walk away,
Mm-hmm.
which I think was very well done.
Okay. All right. So she heads back to Charlotte and she meets up with Ryan. And they're at this really cute place. It's like a dog park with a bar in it.
Right.
I need to open one of those.
I
It
like
was
that.
so good.
I like that a lot. I'm like, oh, like doggies and coffee? Why not?
But you know what? This shows how bad this episode was because we were fascinated by a dog bar.
You know what? Well, that's all I got to say on that one. Well,
Okay, so Ryan, to his credit, he apologizes for blowing up.
yes, he did.
Um,
He was
you
like,
know,
yes, he
mhm,
knows who he is, and I enjoy that. He's like, I'm sorry, like I got emotional, and I like the fact that she told him, she's like, look, you may not say it, but your feelings were hurt,
mhm.
and he never
Um,
says it, but he kind of acknowledges it.
yeah, yeah. She tells him about her conversation with Jess.
Hmm.
And then she says she takes back the disposable comment that she made at the lake. Remember when she called him that?
Hmm.
And I think that's what stuck in his craw, which
Yep.
led to that big blow up.
Yes.
Um, she does say that she's still thinking about moving back.
Right.
And he encourages her to get out and about and start socializing because maybe that'll help her. But he does say after, all of the pandemic dies down.
Right. Right. Don't be going out there running around Charlotte in the pandemic. Yeah, don't do that.
Right, right. Um, what else does she say during this?
That
She
she
oh, she
she looked
made a comment. She made a comment about being so close to someone who's so close to Chase, like her
yes.
unease at that. So at least she's verbalizing that
Right.
out loud.
Hmm.
So it's no surprise. And he has to understand that too.
I think he does. I think he
Mhm.
really does.
And
It's,
Ryan closes out by saying he'll try to make it work um, if there's new content.
hmm.
If there's new content, meaning get up and start doing the videos.
Right. Basically.
Um, then she's back at home with Buddy, and they're sitting down in the kitchen. Um, and they're talking about the move again. Buddy says that he doesn't think that she's happy there in Charlotte. Whitney starts crying. They're talking about the lease options. She gives him different time, like a year, 7 months, or month to month. And the what she could afford,
Right.
is either 7 months or 12 months and above. She can't afford doing month to month. And she puts it all on the line. She says she wants him to stay with her.
Right.
How much you want to bet she's paying for his apartment back in Greensboro?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because what sense does it make? He's paying because one of the girls brought this up. I can't remember if it's Heather or Ashley. How are you paying for your apartment back in Greensboro that you're not living in and staying with Whitney? And he's not working, but going to school. Mm,
Right.
interesting.
But who's to say he does have an apartment back in Greensboro?
Oh, I was just going based off what he said.
I, I'm just saying. I'm like, just a thought. Like,
You so messy.
I'm just like, well, like, are you sure you have an apartment there? I mean, because
Mm-mm.
not too many people like who are in school would keep an apartment they're not living in.
Yeah.
And the thing is this: he may okay. Let's say that hey, he has he has the apartment, right?
Hmm.
Who's to say he didn't sublet?
A lot of leases say that you can't sublet.
True.
Yeah.
But they in North Carolina during the pandemic. I'm sure they made it work somehow.
Oh my god. Well,
Oh,
at
but
least
during the pandemic,
he can't get put out.
here's the thing
Yeah.
with the pandemic, they weren't really paying making some places weren't making people pay their rent. So who knows?
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so they get onto the topic of her um putting her toe back into the dating world by going on that dating app, and she starts reading some of the nasty comments that are sent to her. I wonder what app she's using.
Right. I heard this on Amber and Heidi, and they wanted the same thing because they reviewed this as well. And Heidi made a very good point. Like, what app is she going? What site? Because why is she going on a site that caters to women of her size?
Yes.
Like, she
Yeah.
thought there's men out there who love a bigger woman. Like, what is she
Mhm.
doing? Where is she going? Like,
Yeah.
does she think she's too proud to go on those sites? Like, what's like? Not all the men on there are going to be heavy. Some smaller men like bigger women. So, what's the deal?
I remember a few seasons back, she made a comment about being on those apps that specialize in, bigger women
Hmm?
and the men who love them. And she's like they want a fetish.
Mm,
And of course, she goes on a date with someone from one of those sites, and of course, he's a little weird just to prove her point. But like you said, on those sites, not everybody is into fetishes, and you could find someone who really wants, Whitney, but
hmm.
I think she's too proud to go on one of those sites,
Agreed.
and she's so accustomed to being the victim on this show
Fair.
that this just works out for her. And this is a tool to help manipulate whoever she needs something from.
Mm,
Cuz she read out all of those mean comments, and Buddy instantly felt bad for her.
right.
You know,
It's,
she let a few tears drop, and what did he do? He committed to staying with her, and she signed for 7 more months in Charlotte.
yep.
She also brings up that about considering weight loss surgery.
Right.
Um, she says she knows she's depressed. Um, what else can Buddy do? Tell her that he's there for her, and that's it.
That's about all he can do at this point because
Mhm.
I think she's committed to playing the victim at this point.
Mhm. Yep, because we see in the next scene where Tal organizes a picnic called a Talgate, halfway between Greensboro and Charlotte, which I thought was a pretty good
That
idea.
was a great idea.
Yeah. um she meets up with all of her friends and they catch up, and whoever she hasn't told about the Ryan scenario, she tells the story again. She tells how she signed her lease again for 7 months. She tells how Buddy is staying with her, and that she met up with Ryan and they're gonna like sort it out or whatever. Then she drops the bomb about the weight loss surgery, and Ashley made a very good point. Ashley said she will support her if this is what she truly wants, but she's a little bit surprised because for all of these years, Whitney has, been so on board with body positivity and no body shaming and being proud of who you are and the body that you're in. And it's just odd that all of a sudden she's considering weight loss surgery when it's never been an option before. And I'm kind of in that schoolyard, like,
Same.
what happened? And to me and my cynical mind, I'm just saying, oh, it's a storyline to get another season. I'm
I
sorry.
agree. I agree with you and Heather.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed in this show. But that's the episode in a nutshell. My Big Fat Fabulous Life, season 8, episode 11, weight loss surgery. When is this season over again?
Soon, I hope.
Yeah, and I hope they can turn this around because I don't like the way it's going.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
Anything else about this episode that caught your eye?
Not at all. Because it was it was just the same stuff over and over. Same stuff.
Okay.
And her
Well, my
friends
friends. Mm? Oh,
and her
you just don't
friends.
like her friends. You just don't
Well,
like them.
no, it's just that's true. But her friends need to do better and be better for her.
I don't think they can. They've been
Mm,
doing this for so long, and
okay,
they're all on the payroll. They
true.
know their roles. Um, I I don't see anybody changing.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I think I unfortunately I think you may be right on that. Now that you put it in those terms, because they become comfortable being on TV and
Mhm.
um getting this extra money and exposure. So seeing her do better, be better is not in their best interest, if we're being honest.
Nope, it isn't. It isn't. And I hate to sound so negative. Um, no, I don't hate to sound so negative. No, it is what it is. This is what I see. This is what this show gives me
Exactly.
because it's not making sense.
Right. So yeah, don't feel bad for giving my opinion. I don't feel bad for the opinion I have.
Mhm.
This is what you show me. I can only go by what you have shown me.
Yeah,
And you've
yeah,
shown me a behavior that is not conducive for Whitney improving.
yeah, yeah. I agree. All right, guys, that was a little quickie for you. And we'll see you for the next episode of My Big Fat Fabulous Life.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.